Jupiter aspecting Mars. This transit happens about once every 4 years. And here we're talking about the conjunction of Jupiter with Mars, which is the 0 degrees when Jupiter is passing exactly over the degree of your natal Mars, or the trine when Jupiter is passing 120 degrees from the place of Mars. And these are the harmonizing and strongest transits of Jupiter, which you're going to feel the most with the most positive effect. And they happen, as we said, once every 4 years. And they can last anything from about a month till about 7-8 months from the beginning of the transit. If Jupiter transits 3 times till the end, which is, as I said, 7 or 8 months, it has a duration, and you feel it much more powerfully if it's taken much longer, if it's taken the longer period, if it's 3 times the transit. And what happens during this period? Well, first of all, Mars is your physical energy, and Jupiter is a natural expander, so it will bring a natural increase of your physical energy, and not in a sense that you'll get restless or that you'll get very strung out physically. No, it happens in a benevolent, positive way. You just feel more excited, more enthusiastic to get up and go, to get things done, to start initiating new things, because Mars is your drive, it's your ambition, it's your energy to do things, it's your energy to the courage to go and take a step and make and do something. It's actions, and Jupiter will expand all this. So first of all, your willpower can increase, so it's a great period for you to start a new exercise regime, because you'll be more likely to stick with it. And because whenever Jupiter helps for something to happen, it's always out of inspiration, not because out of a negative motivation. For instance, many times people try and start working out because they feel fat, because they don't feel well, because the doctor tells them that they're getting their body are getting weaker, that's why they have to work out. But when Jupiter comes around, it will activate you, spur you into action, because you feel like you have the energy now, because you feel excited and you feel you can do it better than any other times. And it's, as I said, it's inner inspiration. It's from desire to do your best rather than because you have to. So you'll be much likely to stick with something longer, with some willful activity, because Mars is willpower. It's your own willpower. So if you start something while you're having your Jupiter transit to Mars, you'll be much more likely to express stronger willpower, and willpower which is motivated out of enthusiasm and inspiration rather than of something negative happening in your life. So it's great time also to, as I said, exercise, physical exercise, to change something in your life, to take action. If you've wanted to start something till now, but you never had the courage, when Jupiter comes, you have a much better chance to overcome those fears and to make the first step, because Mars is this energy of initiating, of starting something. You need courage only at the beginning of something. Once you start doing it, usually you settle into it, and you feel it's not so, and you realize it's not so scary, and you don't need so much more courage. But always the initial start, you need this initial push and burst of energy. This is what Mars is, and Jupiter is increasing that in a benevolent, positive way. So great time also for starting of new ventures for which you require more willpower. It's great way to exercise your will in a positive direction, because, as I said, Jupiter positive transits are always will lead you to more wise decisions and to more wise ways of acting, because Jupiter is the great teacher, is the intelligent, is the wise planet. So the actions that you take during this period, they'll be inspired out of a higher power, because Jupiter is the higher power, is the will of God, is the what you have to do, the morally good and righteous thing to do. And when it aspects Mars, it's as if you subdue your willpower to a higher power of God, but in a positive way. It's not in a way which makes you feel like, oh, that's it, nothing that I want happens the way I want it. No, it's just the opposite. It's as if your will merges with what the higher will of your higher self is. So basically, the actions that you start doing during this period are directed towards your best, towards your better good, towards the good of other people, for some more honorable activity and project, or for something which will be eventually very positive for you, because Jupiter always wants to take you to the best place, to do the morally right thing. So you have the courage now to do what is right, to take action to do what is right. Mars is also protector of weak people and of causes, of weaker causes of people, and Jupiter can inspire you to be more benevolent in that direction, and to, for instance, to help others, so to do some actions connected to to helping others in some way. And as a whole, it can be extremely positive period when you can develop your willpower better, when you can exercise and do the exercise your willpower in a way that you bring positive and results to others and to your own life. It's also very good for business. The combination of Jupiter and Mars is said to bring financial success, because, as I said, it's very much likely to do with the fact that Mars is your willpower and Jupiter makes you give you the courage to take action and to do something that you didn't have the courage to do before. And as I said, it's a righteous action. It's very much to do with ethical and moral and what is right, and to take you to a good ending. This action that you take will take you to a positive development at the end of the line. And as I said, you're somehow merging you're realizing that the things that you thought was hard to do earlier, it's much more easier, and it's giving you much more joy and inspiration to do the right things, like eat right, wake up early, do the business, or do the whatever that requires your willpower, which you knew you had to do for a long time, but you didn't have the willpower, you didn't think you had the strength to do it. Now you'll be able to, and I advise you to plan ahead if you see that you're having such transit, say in 4 or 5 months. Plan ahead and start a month before the exact hit of the transit to apply consciously your willpower into the fulfillment of that business plan, or of that one thing that you want to do, which requires your willpower. And you'll see that you'll get results, a persistent, long results, and that you'll be much more inspired and happy to do this, to do the thing, than other times. So it can be extremely positive time. It's financially positive as well, for business, for growth, for focused activity, for initiation, for courage, for increasing your courage. If you're into any kind of more extreme sports, you can find yourself, you can plan around this time, because you have much better experiences and everything will go according to plan. And physical exercise as well, anything to do with physical energy and organizing yourself physically, it's perfect during this period, because, as I said, you have the inspiration and the energy to do it. And in Vedic astrology, Mars rules property for some reason. It's different in Western astrology, but I'm just mentioning it. So in case you have any kind of dealings to do with property, it's best to do it when Jupiter aspects Mars in this period for 7-8 months, or for 1 month. Depends how long is this period for you. So you can buy property, you can decorate properties, you can anything to do with lands, with property. You can have success with that, or if you're someone who is a estate agent, it can be one of the most successful period in your life to do with property. So yes, I hope you can take full advantage of this period, because it's a rare and wonderful period in one's life, that you can exercise your willpower to the best of your ability, for the best of everyone around you, and for the best of you, and where your courage is increased, and your inspiration and excitement about life is increased. Mars is excitement, the thing that gives you butterflies and excites you and tells you, whoa, I really want to do this, and Jupiter increases this. So it makes you much more adventurous, but not in a silly, foolhardy, reckless way. Adventurous to do something that spends all your money on. do some other reckless activity which you're going to regret later. No, Jupiter will help you, give you this excitement and inspiration for action for, as I said, more wise and productive things in your life, which will take you to a better end eventually. Thank you so much. Please share with us what happened in your life when you had your Jupiter-Mars transit. What were the outer influences that happened in your life? What was the outer events that happened, and what was the inner state of consciousness and mind that you had? Were you more energetic, more enthusiastic, more adventurous, more courageous? Did you have more willpower and more self-belief and ability to act better? I'm sure that you have some better insights than me. I'm sure I haven't mentioned everything. So please contribute so you can help others as well. Thank you.